Discovered these. What the hell is, I'm assuming, some sort of rodent or something. He's digging in the gravel, these little holes. You see them? Can't imagine what he's looking for. I went there yesterday. Nothing in there. That's a bit weird. So let's we'll put our camera out tonight. I'll flatten this over and we'll put the night vision camera out. See what he's after. So we got this for Christmas from our kids, and I am not the most wise technology wise, so I'm still learning it, but I think we turn it to on and then 30 seconds later it starts recording any movement, including during the night. So let's try and set this up near those holes. So I've not got my microphone on, my new microphone, so maybe you get wind interference here, I don't know, it's quite windy again. Right, that's all set up, so I've attached it to a board and lightly screwed it into the fence post directly in front of this. Let's see the results. It's Monday morning. Kirsten's back today. She's had a couple of days at her mum's. She won't be back till tonight. She's got to take her to a hospital appointment. So let's see whether this has caught the culprit. Okay, so it's only on here. It's not. I've not put this onto the computer, so it's not a great picture. But let's see the culprit. That's a big rat, isn't it? A big black and white one. Let's have a look. Whoops. Let's press play. Yeah, the biggest pest in the garden. So let's see a bit later on. Jenny again. And then Mr. Pigeon, but that's not digging holes, is it? And then, aha, can you see? It's just a little blur. Let's see if we can play it. So a bit blurry and a bit far away. Moving funny though, isn't it? Almost looks ferrety, but I think it is just a rat. It is. Mr. Farage is back. So I'm just going to get these bulbs out. Not sure exactly what they are. I think some are crocuses. But we don't want bulbs in here, and the rat is digging in here. Surprise, surprise. So we'll get them out and plant them elsewhere. Pretty easy to get out, really. I think we're going to put these into the woodland area. There's a few bulbs in there, and old Ratty doesn't seem to be bothered about them. He seems to just like planters and beds, raised beds, for some reason. Okay. This is the first time I've wore this microphone as well, so I'm hoping that it's not picking up. It's quite a windy day, so I shall see whether it's doing its job or not. I do fear it'll fall off at some point and go into the soil, and I'll never see it again, but let's see. There's a lot of bulbs. I'm not sure by replanting them at this stage what they'll come to this year, but I certainly don't want to be in the vegetable beds. And even if we don't see much flowers from them, many flowers from them this year, they should then produce next year, or at least some of them. Right, a few more to go. That's a nice start. Oh. Okay, we will try again. So I set up the tripod, set up my microphone, my new microphone, which I'm useless. I keep on forgetting to turn it on. And I was just saying, well, this is a test for the microphone. And it seems to be working fine. And the bloody tripod fell over in the wind. God, I'm so professional. Anyway, so you didn't get to see the exciting images of me planting crocus bulbs, but planted in there in big clumps, basically. Bit cack-handed, just the soil is so claggy. I've just had to sort of throw a load in clumps in about 4 or 5 different areas. In here, the main part so far, I just lifted some of the upturned turf and put them underneath, dug them in a little bit. If they come to anything, that's great. If not, it's not the end of the world. I did similar with certain other bulbs that I found, and they seem to be coming up okay. And then later on in the summer, when we get some more compost, I shall top dress that with compost, and it'll look a bit better. So yeah, I'm happy that I've moved them from the place that we don't want them, and they've got a fighting chance now of doing okay. I'm going to now extend this bed a little bit this morning, bit by bit. It's got to reach to there, so this is all one big bed eventually, but that won't be done today. I'm literally going to do about another half an hour. It's a beautiful day, but it is very, very cold. My hands are freezing. Just got to remind yourself it's still January. So a little bit more here, and then go in and do some indoor jobs, including cleaning the house before Kirsten gets back. Shall we go in a minute? We've finished that little bit of the woodland cutting out, haven't we? Let's go and have a quick look and then we'll go in. All right? Not yet. This way first. Come on. We're just showing everybody what we've done. We've not done that much, so don't get too excited. So all I've done is cut out another 4 foot, 5 foot, and got a few bits of terracotta, a few slates and piping and stuff, just to add a bit of character to it. God, that wind's getting up now. Real test for the mic. Yeah, so we just extended it. And we're now not that far from the two beds meeting, which will be nice. And what I've done with the upturned turf from there, again, I know I could have just put compost over it, but I haven't got the spare compost, and I need to level up this bed to get it to the correct level. So that now is, well, has filled out nicely. I can't afford to just put compost on there, so I needed to build up the levels and then I can top dress with compost. Might have to replant those shrubs, I'm not sure, because raspberries and a lot of fruit don't like being planted too deep. So not 100% sure whether that's good or not yet, but I'll decide later on. But yeah, that is it for today in the garden. I might do a bit of woodworking later on in the afternoon, but yeah, I'm done. And it's getting very windy. I don't know whether you can hear that, but it is very, very windy. Right, so Darren and Kirsten's gardens is allowed in the house today, aren't we? Because come through our lounge, and that's the start of the setup for the seeds to germinate. So we do close these off on a night time, so it does get quite cool in here, but it's not as cold as outside or in the greenhouse. And yeah, we can keep our eye on what's happening. Obviously, can get quite a few more seed trays in there. Well, you joining me? What do you think about it? Hey, what do you think about it? But yeah, so this will be ideal. So next couple of months, this will be part of our growing for this year. Saturday is the 1st, so me and Kirsten are going to go through all our seeds, see exactly what we need. We'll order them then, they come within a couple of 3 days. I've got a load of existing stuff. We've got a load from the garden centre a few weeks ago to keep us, to start us off, but we'll have a comprehensive look at what we actually need going into the spring. It's been a pretty miserable day outside today, but it's been our sort of business day anyway. Bob and Cord came over and we did about 4 or 5 hours together, packing orders, ordering some stuff from auctions, and yeah, it's been a productive day, but not a particularly nice one outside. So no real gardening. I've just gone and watered the greenhouse, which hasn't been done for a few weeks, and then got this all in. See if we can crack on and do a few more jobs tomorrow. Philadelphia on toast with a big mug of coffee and the Philadelphia pot for Jenny to finish off. Perfect start to the day. Hey Jen? It's another lovely day. So, what we're going to do today, Jen? What are we going to do today? I don't know why I'm coming over this side. I don't think we're doing anything over here. So I've got a big delivery coming of my stuff that I sell. You know, I did all those army boots a while ago. Well, I've got a load of army trainers, but not pairs of them, single ones. So I've got to match them all up, sort them all out, process everything. But that'll be 2 big pallets. I've got a load of books coming. I've got some army clothing, a load of tools. So we've got to sort out our garage. So not very garden related, but that's one of the jobs today. I've got to move things around. Also the wood shed where I keep all the wood at the back of the garage. I've got 50 potato chitting crates coming as well. 50. Why do I need 50 potato chitting crates? I don't. I need about 3, but I'll sell the rest. So yeah, so non-gardening stuff to do first, and then I may well get on with, I've got to support those broad beans. Look at those down there. Alright, experts, tell me what that is. In the comments, please. It's nice, whatever it is. Got to remember, we've only had this garden for 6 months, and there's a lot of stuff that was hidden by all the overgrown stuff last year. And so it'll be nice to see what we actually have in this garden. There's some more there. Have you found one? You have, haven't you? Yeah, there's more down there. Yeah, anyway, where was I? Yeah, we've got to support those broad beans. The few have died, I think got rocked by the wind and the cold and everything. I know broad beans are very hardy, but they were perfect little rows beforehand, and now they're a bit messy. So I'm going to work out some sort of protection for them. I've got some spares in the greenhouse which we'll get out. But we'll get on with that today as well. So I've got these 2 boxes from, well, those boots from a couple of months ago, where I bought £3,000 worth of army boots. That's what's left. So I've got to move these because I've got another 3 of those boxes, but this time full of trainers and books and the other stuff. So yeah, I'm going to move all this around, tidy up in that corner. I've got all my fishing stuff in there. I enjoy going fishing, but I haven't been for a couple of years. So where I'm going to put that, I'm not sure. I'm going to try and go fishing again in the next couple of months. At least once a month. To keep that hobby alive. But yeah, let's get this done first. Right, so that's cleared a bit of space, so at least a couple of pallets can come in here, 3 if I put them down here. Fishing stuff in there, the remainder of those boots and some of the stuff in there. Now I have got to clear the wood shed as best I can to fit in those potato chitting trays. Next job. Right, let's sort this out. So, yeah, 2 down there have totally gone. That one's not looking good, as those 2 aren't. The rest look mainly okay. But we need some support for them anyway, because they'll start to grow quite tall in a month or 2's time. So let's see what we can work out. It's such a beautiful day. It's the first day that has actually felt like spring. I know it's not spring yet, but it has felt like it. So we've been busy, haven't we, Jen? You off? Where are you going? Yeah, so we've got these broad beans sorted now. I've put these in for sort of strength. It's pretty solid, and then these have been cable tied in. So broad beans initially, and then I'll probably do outdoor tomatoes there if they're coming on well enough in the summer. and it'll be about perfect time to replace the broad beans. Probably put some marigolds down the side, and we might even have some spring onions in the middle as well. But yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so we have got today, we're going to extend the, what we're calling the woodland area underneath the horse chestnut, little woodland style planting. I've just been prepping some cardboard and I'll take it over here. So I've decided I am going to still cut out a bit more of the turf, but where the smaller section joins the larger one, I'm just going to cover with cardboard and do a no dig attempt at joining them. I still do need to dig out certain areas of borders because I still need bits of turf, but that area there between that one and that one, we're gonna no dig. So we're just going to mark out the space that we want as the actual border, line it with logs and put cardboard down, and then try and find some soil or compost that we can put on top of it to start the process. Now over here I do want to continue what I'm doing here, and I actually want a well-defined border because we're going to have herbs and, well, things like mint and one or two other herbs down here that we like, lemon balm, which we want to grow here. It's a bit of a wasted area at the moment. We've got to be careful because we don't want the cows eating everything, but something like mint will grow and recover if it's destroyed by the cows. So I am going to need to get some more turf out because I want that to go round here. So we'll use the upturned turf from here to cover the cardboard over here. That's the plan anyway. The two beds have been combined. That was a lot easier doing a no dig than digging it all out, although I did have to dig out some of the turf from around the corner to fill the cardboard. That's just as a one-off. Yeah, so that looks good. I've got, oh, sorry, that was big headed, wasn't it? That looks good. I think that looks good. That's what I wanted. So eventually that area near the fence, I might do the same to enlarge it, but I'll do that gradually now. The important thing is I've got one big bed to do woodland style planting in for the spring and see how that goes. I'm hopefully going to get some wood chip at some point, and I'm going to put that over here as well. And so in this area here I can gradually extend it as well. So yeah, that's good. This is where I grabbed some of the upturned turf from to increase this bed as well. So that's all been dug out. And again, more planting area, more planting space. Got so much more, so many more beds, so many more borders than when we took over the garden about 6-7 months ago. Obviously in the kitchen garden we've got the two big beds, we've got this for fruit, we've got the big patch in this area, we've got that for herbs and various other stuff, and that's going to be extended all the way along there as well. Then we've got the woodland section, and then the main border has been extended quite substantially from what it was. We've widened that and extended it. We've got where the lavender was, the lavender which was past its best. The ring right around the house, that's all got to be planted up as well. And then at the front of the house, we can hear somebody, there she is. At the front of the house as well, the shadows in the way. But that's all been cut out, got rid of a lot of dead stuff. And that again is virtually a blank canvas. So we better get some seed sowing done in the next few weeks. Absolute stunning day. It's going to be the best day for a good week or so. It's a lot cloudier after this, but these last 2 days have felt spring-like, really have. Right, hang on. Right, you ready? Go! What about this one? Oh, this one's the best one. This way! You can't have two. You can't have two. I need one. You got two? Okay, this afternoon's job. We're going to tidy up this border a bit. What we call Kirsten's border. It's all looking a bit messy. And some of this needs cutting back. I don't know whether that's going to survive actually, but we shall see. Give it a bit of a tidy up. So we've got this border done now. It's just had a bit of a tidy up. Just got rid of all the sort of debris that was knocking around down there, and a little bit of pruning back, a little bit of weeding. But I think that looks better. Feels like I've done some proper gardening this week rather than just sort of maintenance and planning and building stuff. Definitely feeling spring-like. That's the greenhouses sorted as well. Tidied those up. Got the pots ready. Going to put potatoes in, certainly the first earlies and everything. And then we're going to have tomatoes in there in the summer. And probably peppers and chilies in there. I'm not sure yet about that. Certainly cucumbers as well. We shall see. And this one is just the overwintering cuttings and the slightly less hardy stuff. But it's had a good sort out. Everything's had a really decent watering. Maybe we should have watered a little bit more by the looks of one or two things. But yeah, overall happy with that in our first year back. So we'll wind up this vlog now. I've got more done in the last couple of days with this weather than I have done for weeks. It's been really, really encouraging, and as I say, it's just felt really, really good. Thanks for watching, and thanks to my new subscribers. Went up an awful lot in the last week or so, the 30 or 40, which I'm very, very pleased about. So thank you. Over 700 now. So if you haven't subscribed, it really helps the channel, and it allows us to continue with this sort of documenting what's going to happen in this first year or so of our new garden. So a thumbs up always helps, and a positive comment is greatly appreciated too. So anyway, until next week, take care. See you soon.